The opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily those of the owners of this website or any other media outlets this program may be viewed on. From the banks of beautiful Falls River in Point Coupee Parish to the great state of Louisiana, the United States, and around the world, welcome to the Island Report with David K. Jarrow, Point Coupee's first and only live internet radio broadcast with local news, opinion, and live calls. And now, here's Dave.
All right, and welcome to this edition of the Dave K. Show. I'm your host, David K. Jarrow, and we're glad to have you along, my friends, for another episode. This is actually show number 5, and we're honored to have you. And unless you didn't know, we are broadcasting live on the World Wide Web from www.nerosdaily.com. And, of course, we start our show at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're more than glad to have you along for our show tonight. Well, folks, hope you had a good Labor Day. We were off enjoying ourselves for last Monday, so we did not have a show, as you noticed. We had a packed show tonight, so we're trying to make up for lost time. I'm going to go ahead and go over the rundown for the show tonight. And first of all, we're going to have, in our first hour, Mr. Ronnie Jewell running for Nero City Council District 2. And follow that, by that, we're going to have the Point Coupee Homebound Health and Hospice come and talk to us about some of the services that they offer. And following that, we're going to have the Relay for Life with Miss Gwen David. And Relay for Life has been a very, very popular gathering every year to honor all of our loved ones and friends who've passed on and who have cancer. And it's going to be a real joy to have them with us also. Stay tuned in hour 2. We're going to have Mr. Stafford Chenevert talking about the book that he just wrote called Amber Waves of Grain. And that's a great book, and you're going to enjoy reading about how that book came to be and kind of the story behind it without giving away too much of the end of the story. And following Mr. Stafford Chenevert, we're going to have the Riverside Educational Development Center owners are going to be on, Miss Stephanie Jumonville, talking about some of the services that they offer in New Roads. And then following that, we're going to have Mr. Vernell Davis running for New Roads City Council District 1. And as you know, if you're not from Point Coupee and you're listening to the show, we have our elections coming up in October. So we're trying to pack as many political guests on the show that we can. And then we're going to have Dr. Jason Collins running for the mayor of New Roads. And we're trying to get all of the candidates for mayor of New Roads on our show to kind of just tell us what their platform is and let us know what they're all about. Okay, without further ado, we're going to open up our show. And with us right now, live in the studio, we have Mr. Ronnie Jewell running for New Roads City Council District 2. How are you doing, Mr. Ronnie?
Pretty good, David.
Hey, just go up to the little mic a little bit more right there. There you go, perfect. All right, Mr. Ronnie, as we know, we are running for New Roads City Council District 2, and we want to talk to you a little bit about what you're doing in the race. And first of all, we'll just let you introduce yourself to the audience. Just tell us a little bit about who you are.
Well, Ronnie Jewell, I'm from lifelong resident of New Roads. I'm 65 years old. I've been married to Lena Ploche for 44 years. We have 2 children, Craig Jewell, who is a lieutenant with the Louisiana State Police, works out of Troop A. And my daughter Marcy lives in Mandeville, where she's a school teacher. We have 4 grandchildren, Ben, Morgan, Jack, and Luke. I attended Porter's High School, graduated there in 1962. After that, I went to LSU, didn't know quite what I wanted to do,
right?
Like most of us. But I did realize that I wanted something in the scientific area. So as things progressed along, I did obtain a BS degree in microbiology from LSU in 1967. Mm-hmm. Shortly thereafter, I was employed with the Louisiana State Police in the crime laboratory and stayed there until I retired, working my way up through the ranks to assistant director of the laboratory. After retiring from there, I came back home and worked for the sheriff's office as chief of detectives for, I believe, about 3 years.
Okay.
And then after that, I did a little contract work with the state, and also I've done some private cases. And that's about it.
Okay, well, yeah, you got quite a long list of accomplishments there, Mr. Jewell. That sounds
thank
great. What I want to know is, of course, you had some prior experience with the City Council of New Roads, correct?
That is correct. I served for 8 years, back 1999 through 2006.
Okay. All right, well, after getting out of the City Council for a while, you had a chance to go ahead and pursue some other interests and everything. What made you decide to get in the race again for City Council?
Well, just plain and simple, my love for New Roads.
Right.
Like I said, I've been here all my life. New Roads has been good to me. I felt like I wanted to give something back to the community and serve in the public, to serve the public.
Very, very good. Very good. All right, well, going out talking to some of your constituents out there and some of the people that are in your voting area, I'm sure you're talking to a lot of people right now. What are some of the things that are coming to you about some concerns that they have?
Well, everybody's concerned about, the utilities and how much it costs them. That's a concern. In knocking on some of the doors, people have expressed concern about drainage, which
Right.
I think is in certain areas of the city is a big problem.
I hear drainage a lot.
It's
really do.
There was a lady that I spoke to on Berthier Street the other day, and who's been here for, I think, if I remember, 8 or 9 years, and she has had a problem with flooding since then.
On Berthier Street?
Yes, sir.
Right there on Berthier Street.
And I know over there on the around the Lejeune Street area, there's also a problem with water staying on the road, etc.
Right, right. So, yeah, so the drainage problems are a big deal. Is it just Berthier Street you're hearing, or are there other parts
no,
of
sir.
town?
Like I said, there's I know as witness that there's a problem over there in the Lejeune Street area, Leonard Street, around there. Also down Pennsylvania Street, up on the northern end of the city.
Right.
There's a problem. When you go to someone's house and they have sandbags sitting there,
Tells you something.
you know that there's a problem.
Tells you something, right.
I don't really know the answer to it, but it needs to be addressed.
Right, right. Well, very good. So that's mainly the thing is the drainage problem you're seeing right now. Are you seeing anything else, any other problems people are coming to you with? Because this is really going to be a team effort for the whole city council to tackle these problems. You know?
There are some other problems that people don't necessarily realize is going on, and one of them is our storm drains. In certain areas of the city, if you go around, you will see parts of the roadway that are sinking, or the sidewalks that are kind of sinking also.
Right.
Something's causing that, and it's the
Right.
storm drain that's collapsing. Something's wrong. That's not supposed to happen.
Right.
And you don't know how much problem it is, or how big of a problem it is, until you get into it. It could be major. And that is one of my concerns about the city, is our infrastructure. There are things like that that are going on. Our gas lines are very old. And if these things break, I mean, you've got to fix them.
Right.
And
Right.
no one knows when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
Right. True.
And we've got to address all these things.
True. Well, yeah, we definitely have some problems, and there are a lot of problems going on right now that a lot of people are trying to tackle. And like I said, we got the same recurring theme that shows up, seems like, of everybody that we talk to. What are some? I like to know some good points about New Roads. We always like to balance it out. We talk about kind of the bad stuff, some of the good stuff. What are some selling points of New Roads that we have?
Well, first of all, I think it's the people. You know, as living here for all my life, the people are friendly. You meet people, you see them every day. You know, you may stop in a place and there's always a pot of coffee there, and the people
Right.
are friendly and they're helpful. I think that's one of the big selling points for New Roads. And of course, I think we all take it for granted, but we have a beautiful lake
Right.
in front of us. Now, there are problems with it, but it is still a very, very beautiful body of water. And I think it's a drawing card for New Roads.
Definitely. Right. That is the truth. Well, Mr. Ronnie Jewell, if you just joined us, he's running for City Council District 2 here in the beautiful city of New Roads, Louisiana, and we've been having a discussion about his campaign and some of the platform that he's talking about and some of the problems that he's hearing from his constituents, as well as some of the good talking points of New Roads. Well, Mr. Ronnie, we have probably about 1 minute left. We're going to wrap it up, and ask if you have any final thoughts, and how can we get more information about you and your campaign?
I'm always available. My number's in the book. And my cell phone number is 718-3124. And, New Roads is special to me. And, yes, we do have some problems. And I think that if we work together, when I say we, I'm not saying I, we work together, we can accomplish all sorts of things. We've got problems, let's address them. Let's work together in the community. Let's work together as a council. The council and the mayor should work together. Working together is the key, I think. I'm not talking about disagreements. We'll have those. But if we all work together towards a common goal with these problems, we can solve them.
Very well said. Okay, Mr. Ronnie Jewell, running for New Roads City Council District 2. Mr. Ronnie, best wishes in your campaign.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you out there out on the beat, and we'll be back after this break.